Hi, my name is Mahou Shoujo M of Daily Kodocha, and today I am going to show you how to tell the difference between authentic and bootleg copies of the Kodocha Soundtrack. So I didn't even know that bootleg CDs were a thing, so I bought my first 3 by accident. Now, you might be saying, of course there are bootleg CDs, you are an idiot. But I would argue that the Kodocha bootlegs look pretty authentic, all things considered. Like, I bought bootleg DVDs on eBay when I was a middle schooler back in the mid-2000s, and it was pretty easy to tell they were bootlegs upon arrival. I mean, just look at these. For these, it's a bit harder. From the outside, they look very similar. I have exact audio ripped FLAC files for both of these albums, and I personally cannot hear a discernible difference. All of their metadata came through intact, and the CDs themselves are in pretty good shape. So if you just want a copy of the soundtrack to listen to and the price is low, then I'd say go for it. A lot of times though, the sellers will have the price just as high, if not higher than the authentic copy, so just be careful of that. If the seller lists the publisher as Ever Anime, then it is a bootleg copy from Taiwan. Prior to 2002, Taiwan had a very loose copyright laws, which led to it becoming one of the largest counterfeit manufacturers in the world in the 90s. So Akihabara Renditions has a great blog post on this, which I will link in the description box below if you'd like to read or learn more. So this one is the bootleg. You'll notice that at a glance, it doesn't really look any different from the authentic copy, except that the bootleg imagery is a bit more saturated. The differences are pretty subtle. So the first thing that you should look for is on the spine of the CD. If it is a bootleg, it will have a serial number with 2 characters, a dash, and then 3 characters. In this case, A8-967. And you will see that on both sides of the case. You can see plain as day right there on the back of the case that it says Ever Anime compact disc right there. So if you look closely, you can also see that there are some misspellings and typos in the English on the back of the case. It says like all rights of the producer instead of producer. Generally speaking as well, the resolution of the image on the back is not as sharp as it is on the authentic copy, so the text here is a little bit harder to read. If the outside case is authentic or looks authentic, then the next thing you can do is open the case. The disc is screen printed, but with the incorrect artwork. So you can see, once again, it says Ever Anime right here, and it has the same misspelling of producer if you look closely. You can also see A8-967 is printed there as well. You can also look at the booklet. The back of the booklet is missing text that you would see right here, and it also says, once again, A8-967 printed right under Babbitt. So the biggest thing is when you take out the booklet is that the inside is printed in the wrong color. It should be a pink or berry color, but in the bootleg it's just black and white. On the bootlegs for the other soundtracks, the resolution quality is pretty much worse as well. That's another tell, but for this one, for the first soundtrack, it's really not so bad. They just didn't have that much artwork in this one. Now, if you want to verify that you have an authentic copy, then this next chunk is going to be for you. So if you can read a little bit of Japanese, then on the front cover of the booklet, you should be able to read Terebi Tokyo NAS next to Miho Obana. On the bootleg cover, it just says Miho Obana. On the spine, it should say Sony Records, followed by a 4-character dash 4-character serial number. In this case, SRCL 3628, and it will say that on both sides. On the back side of the case, you'll see significantly more information, including a barcode. You'll see compact disc digital audio with Sony Records underneath, and all of the English is correct. The biggest tell is going to be the disc itself. So if you open up the case, you'll see very different artwork, specifically a pattern of Babbitt up and down. And then the text here is slightly raised, so it should feel textured. Interestingly enough, you'll note that the English on the case is also correct and matches the back. And it also has that SRCL 3628 serial number there. The booklet, as you'll notice, is slightly more orange than red, and we have this text right here. And then, of course, if you open it, you've got that berry pink color with the serial number on every single page. If you are looking for authentic discs for your collection, I do think it is worth the effort to purchase from Mandarake. They are the biggest seller of vintage anime items in Japan, and they ship to the US for very reasonable prices. They also don't sell inauthentic merchandise, so you can get the peace of mind knowing that you didn't overpay for a bootleg. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this is helpful as you go through your anime CD collecting journey. Again, I am Mahou Shoujo M of Daily Kodocha. You can find me on Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram, where we post daily screenshots, scans, memes, and video clips of Kodomo no Omocha by Miho Obana. Join the Kodocha fandom. We are so nice and so enthusiastic. Have a great rest of your day. Bye!